"Doctor, can you help me?" We have a global pandemic of mental illness, with more and more people hitting a breaking point and turning to medications for help. But these pills were not intended for long-term use, and many people are dependent on their prescriptions to cope with everyday stress. As years go by, we are beginning to see serious mental, emotional, and physical side effects. Our culture has conditioned us to suppress our emotions and want a quick fix for everything, especially our uncomfortable feelings. Most people don't know how to process their emotions and are desperately trying to get relief from anxiety and depression. They often go to their doctors for medicines they see advertised or have heard about from someone they know. It's no secret that the last few years have brought unprecedented stress and anxiety. Though COVID-19 may have been the catalyst for pushing us over the edge, these struggles were already firmly embedded within our society before its arrival. Due to our hectic modern lifestyle, the number of mental illnesses and mental health concerns like anxiety, ADD, ADHD, depression, and even suicide have been rising for decades, affecting every segment of our culture. Have you ever wondered what's behind the epidemic of prescription pill popping in our society? To better understand how it affects more and more lives every day, I highly recommend watching 2 documentaries on Netflix, Take Your Pills Xanax and Take Your Pills. They investigate many anti-anxiety medications and the Adderall overuse among college students. In 1997, the FDA revolutionized healthcare with its groundbreaking approval to allow drug companies to advertise directly to consumers. This resulted in an explosion of individuals medicating. I remember when the television advertisements started. One evening, I counted 6 ads in an hour. By 2008, parents throughout the nation were being pressured by teachers and doctors alike who recommended using medication to keep kids under control at school, prompting an epidemic of Ritalin usage in classrooms across America. Unfortunately, these drugs don't just temporarily soothe symptoms. They dull neuron connections within the brain. For years, science warned us that if we want to stay sharp and alert, learning something new throughout life is essential to keep new neuron connections firing away. Medical researchers already sound the alarm about long-term use potentially having devastating effects later in life, such as dementia or Alzheimer's. The truth is our world has become increasingly toxic. Sadly, instead of tackling this problem head-on, we medicate people until it becomes their new normal. Too often, individuals who suffer from symptoms they don't understand or can't control end up misdiagnosed with diseases and disorders that require them to take medication for the rest of their lives, without ever realizing what caused these issues in the first place. Everyone's experience with mental health is different. Some people require medication to get through life's toughest challenges. I want to commend anyone with the courage and strength to seek out any tool that helps them cope in difficult times. Reaching out for emotional support, whether through prescribed medication or other coping mechanisms, doesn't make you weak. On the contrary, it makes you a true warrior. However, doctors often overlook alternative coping mechanisms and jump straight into prescribing medication. We need to step back and reflect on our lives. Medicating the mind alone isn't a long-term solution. We must focus on confronting these underlying issues instead of masking them. Only then can true healing occur. Taking control of our mental fitness is more important than ever. We must equip ourselves with strategies for managing our thoughts and emotions to help us navigate our daily lives without getting caught up in zombie-like stupor of scrolling through feeds. What can you expect? Each of us has experienced the monkey mind at some point, that frenetic, restless energy that keeps your brain hopping from one thought to the next. Not only is this draining emotionally and physically, but it can also lead to anxiety, trouble sleeping, and an inability to stay focused. You have the power to take charge of your life and gain control over your mind. This book offers you a roadmap to achieving that amazing transformation. I can hear you already. Sign me up. Embark on this journey with me and unlock your limitless potential.